So the first thing we're going to do is to put our hands onto our hearts.
Okay.
So wherever you consider your heart to be, so for some people it's higher, for some people it's lower, that's absolutely fine. And then just close your eyes and breathe in slowly to the count of 3 and breathe out slowly to the count of 3. And do that 3 times. And whilst you're doing that, just tune in, Joel, to that feeling of being stressed and overwhelmed, too much to do and being run down. Just bring that into your mind. And then if you can just tell me, when you think about that stressful feeling of just having so much to do, whereabouts in your body do you feel that?
It's around the tops of my arms and my legs. There's a lot of muscle tension.
Okay, tops of your legs?
No, I think more lower down in the legs, but still higher up in the arms. So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. And which of those 2 areas would you say is the worst at the moment?
Go with the arms, I think.
With the arms,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So again, just tuning into that feeling in your arms. Can you describe that feeling to me?
Tension is the first thing, but it's got a gripping to it. It's kind of pointed in its in a feeling. If somehow in a word, a pointed kind of angular kind of feed into it.
That's fine. That's fine. And if that pain were to have a colour, what colour would it be?
I think it's a kind of yellow.
It's a kind of yellow. Okay, so it's a yellow
Like
angular
yeah.
pain. Okay. And if it were to have a texture, what texture would it have?
It's kind of when it's sharp and it's kind of it's quite dense. Maybe it could be a bit glass-like. If
Okay.
anything like that.
Okay. Okay. So it's a glass-like yellow tension. Would that describe it?
Yeah. So it's got shards, kind of like it's pointed.
Okay.
Crystalline.
So a pointed, angular, yellow tension. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to start tapping around the points. We will be tapping around the eyes. You can do it with glasses on, or if you think you can see me well enough, you can take your glasses off. Entirely up to you.
Okay.
Okay, so using one hand.
This is going to be natural for feelings. I want to come up with like a kind of laughter about. It's not necessarily
That's
like
fine.
a bad thing, but it's like an emotion coming up about something. Right.
That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
That's a movement of energy already. So well done.
That's good. That's all right. Cool.
Okay, so we're going to tap with one hand, and for now we're going to leave the other hand on the heart. Doesn't matter which hand you tap with, doesn't matter which side of the body you tap on, whichever's most comfortable for you. I'm right-handed, so I tend to tap with my right hand.
Okay.
So the first place is the top of the head, the crown sort of towards the back. So we're going to say what you've just told me about your pain, which was yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Okay. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And then we're going to tap on the third eye point.
Okay.
And say that again. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And then the next point is the inner eyebrow. So just on the inside of the eyebrow at the top of the nose. That's it. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And then the next point is the outer eyebrow. So just on that bone at the outer edge of the eye where the eyebrow ends. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And then the next point is underneath the eye, just sort of in the middle, in line with the pupil, on that bone there. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And then the next point is underneath the nose, in that little cleft. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And then the next point is just underneath the bottom lip, and again that little indent there. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And the next point is the collarbone point, and it's where the collarbone comes across and then dives down. It's sort of in that corner, if you like, of the collarbone. Don't worry if you can't get it exactly. We tend just to tap with all the fingers, sort of just generally around that point, and the chances are you will hit it. Okay. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And then the easiest points are the finger points. So if you'd like to take your other hand off of the heart, and we're going to use the top, if you hold it with your thumb upwards, that's it, the top edge of the nail bed. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And then we're going to go around each of the finger points in turn. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And the middle finger, yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And the ring finger, yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And the little finger, yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And then the last point is the side of the hand here, what we call the karate chop point. Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
Yellow, sharp, angular tension.
And then hands back on the heart. Take some more deep breaths in and out. Close your eyes. And just focus in on that pain again. And that basically is what we call one round of tapping. Now you don't necessarily have to stop and go back to the heart healing position. Sometimes we're on a roll and there's more that we want to say, and so we would carry on. But when we're dealing with a physical pain like this, it's normally a good idea just to check back in and to see whether that has changed. Now what I didn't ask you at the beginning, but I'll ask you now, was to rate that on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the worst pain you could possibly imagine and 1 is barely there. Whereabouts would you rate that pain?
Now, the pain, it's somewhere around 1 or 2. It's not really a pain, it's definitely there, but it's changed though since the first.
So it has changed.
Yeah, it has changed.
Okay. And the other important thing that you need to know is to breathe. I forgot to tell you that initially. Sometimes you get so caught up in trying to remember the points and what you're saying, but it's very important, obviously, to get the energy to flow, to keep breathing. And it's also important to drink a lot afterwards. And I find when I've had a tapping session, I do get very thirsty, and obviously water is the best thing to drink, again, to help the movement of the energy, but also if you're dealing with a physical issue in particular, then you can be releasing toxins into the system, lactic acid, etc. So it's a good idea just to drink to flush that through. So if you can just tune back into that pain again for me, Joel, and just tell me if you can still feel it in your arms. Is it still there?
It's changed.
Okay.
It's not the same as it was.
How would you describe it now?
I feel that it's shifted. Well, the only thing I can describe is the feeling now that my arms up here are sort of, the muscles are a bit shaky, shakier than before, but I can appreciate that would be like a letting go of tension if I've been holding something for a long time. That can be like
any change is a good change because it means that we are evolving something. So, okay, and so that shaky feeling, if that had a colour, what would that be?
So blue, I think. Okay. Yeah.
And what sort of blue?
Very pale blue.
Very pale blue. Okay. And does it have a texture?
Not very clear in describing one.
Okay, no, that's fine. What about smell? Does it have a smell?
No.
Or a taste?
I just actually think it's of mint.
Okay, that's fine. The first thing that comes into your mind is always the right thing, because your subconscious knows all of the answers. So sometimes you think, why on earth am I thinking that? Because it sounds so silly, but it's always the right thing. Okay. So ready for another round?
Yeah, let's have a go.
Okay, so we're going to start on the top of the head again, and we're going to say this shaky, blue, minty feeling.
Shaky, blue, minty feeling.
And don't forget to breathe in and out. And then the third eye point, shaky, blue, minty feeling.
Shaky, blue, minty feeling.
And the inner eyebrow point, shaky blue minty feeling.
Shaky blue minty feeling.
And then the outer eyebrow.
Okay.
Shaky blue minty feeling.
Shaky blue minty feeling.
And then under the eye. Shaky blue minty feeling.
Shaky blue minty feeling.
Under the nose. Shaky blue minty feeling.
Shaky blue minty feeling.
And then under the mouth. Shaky blue minty feeling.
Shaky blue minty feeling.
And then that elusive collarbone point. Shaky blue minty feeling.
Shaky blue minty feeling.
And then onto the finger points. So the thumb. Shaky blue minty feeling.
Shaky blue minty feeling.
And the first finger. Shaky blue minty feeling. Middle finger. Shaky blue minty feeling. And the ring finger. Shaky blue minty feeling. And the little finger. Shaky blue minty feeling.
Shaky blue minty feeling.
And the karate chop point.
Shaky blue minty feeling.
Well done. And then back to the heart position. And just tune into that. Now what we're doing is very basic EFT, very good for physical things.
Okay.
As we're going around the points, quite often you'll find things will change for you, or you might get a memory, might pop up into your mind, or you might get a picture that comes to mind.
I feel like I'm taking off.
Or you might feel that you're taking off. If anything comes into your mind, then please say so, and don't feel that you can't interrupt me, because sometimes if you wait until the end of the tapping round, you've lost it again.
Okay.
If something comes into your mind, that's what you need to deal with, and it's really important that we do that. So, can you tell me what that feels like now in your arms?
I felt some of the tension it's like it was fallen away. It's like when the outside of a shell kind of fallen. Like that's what it feels a bit freer. These words.
Brilliant. Okay.
What else do I feel?
How about your legs? How do your legs feel now? Has it changed anything in your legs?
Yes. It doesn't feel as intense.
Okay.
I think the feeling, as we've been talking about, the feeling has been changing. It's like it's moving. There's a feeling of movement, of energy, far more than when I first sat down.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, that's good.
Clearer head.
Okay, fantastic. Anything pop into your mind at all while we were doing that?
Yeah, sensation of wanting to, like regurgitation, is like an image. It's something I'm not unfamiliar with when treating like myself. It's sort of wanting to get rid of something as a metaphoric kind of rejection of something, or not rejection, but that kind of thing, of regurgitation, of bringing back up of something.
Okay,
kind of
okay. And do you still have that feeling?
I still have that feeling. I can focus on it, I suppose. If it's still there's a bit of it there, I can
Okay.
see if it
Okay.
comes up.
So, how would you describe that feeling?
That feeling is it is a retching, I suppose, but it's
So, a need to retch, a desire to retch.
now I've voiced that. It's now more down here, and it's more of a what is that? That's a
Clenching.
clenching kind of there, clenching in this area.
Okay, and how? And what would you refer to that area of your body as?
I refer to that, I suppose. I know it's not technically the stomach, but it's the stomach.
Okay.
To me, it's sort of
Yeah.
generalisation.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine, because it's no good me not that I could come up with a technical term,
Right.
but if I came up with a technical term for that particular part of your anatomy,
Mhm.
that might not resonate with your subconscious mind. So it's important that you use your own wording. So a clenching feeling in your stomach.
Yeah.
Okay. If there was an emotion behind that clenching feeling in your stomach, what would that emotion be?
Would be the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of becoming exaggerated. So, because this is very much becoming very tense.
Okay.
It's a refusal, isn't it? Whatever the thing, whatever it was a refusal to sort of take on something.
Okay. Well, let's have a tap on that and see if we can shift that. So it's a cramping. Did you say cramping?
Clenching.
Clenching. Sorry, yeah. So it's a clenching feeling of refusal in your stomach.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's work
Let's
on
give it
that
a go.
one. Okay. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Third eye point.
Okay.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
The inner eyebrow.
Okay.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Outer eyebrow. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Don't forget to tell me if anything changes as we're tapping, Joel.
Keep it in mind.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Under the nose. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Under the mouth. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
And the collarbone. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
And the thumb point. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
And the first finger. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
And the middle finger. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
And the ring finger. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
And the little finger. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
And the karate chop point. Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Clenching feeling of refusal in my stomach.
Just go back to the heart position. And just tune back into that feeling again. And tell me if that's changed at all.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I feel. My head is feeling a bit clearer, obviously, and there is something shift. There is a sort of energetically feel of something moving around my stomach area, intestines kind of area. What else do I feel? I feel it's all kind of letting go.
Brilliant. How do the upper arms feel?
Feel tingly. It's not particularly strong, but it's a notice of that. It was a wave of like something tingly going and through, sort of head to toe, but it's went through there as well. So.
And how about the legs?
The legs. The legs feel. Right, I don't know. There's not a lot to report, I suppose, in that area.
Okay, good. So
it's a bit of a tingling. There was a sensation of letting go through the legs.
Fabulous. Well done. Okay, that's brilliant.
Cool.
So are you happy to leave it there? Do you feel that we've shifted enough?
I'm happy to leave it there. I don't know if there's any. I'm happy to leave it because I think I might be online to leave it actually, because it would see what comes up from there. I think maybe it would just be like, right, to let that settle. Just from.
Okay, I mean, obviously we could, if I was doing a private session with you, we would carry on and on and on. But the fact that we're working in a group and we're just doing a demo, I'm obviously quite keen to hear if anybody else has felt anything in that session. But as you rightly say, you've got that tingling feeling and that feeling of letting go. We've shifted quite a lot of energy, and that will continue to develop, you know, over the coming hours, and it will be interesting to see how you feel tomorrow morning as well. So make sure you drink lots of water to flush that through.
Definitely.
And now you know the points.
Okay.
Get that feeling again, you know what to do.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.